You're welcome to the sports segment here on Joy News today. We'll go into our stories, and ranking member of Youth, Sports and Culture, Honorable Kobna Mensah Wuyome, has told Joy Sports Minister Ezekiel Siama must disclose the source of funds used for the Africa Cup of Nations. Well, Honorable Siama made known the expenditure for the competition yesterday, and for Honorable Wuyome, there should be a disclosure of where the money came from, since it wasn't in the ministry's initial budget for the year.
Minister for Finance normally every year must come to give a media review, and so we were expecting that, and so it never happened before we embarked on AFCON, and so these are some of the issues. I mean, these are some of the challenges, and so we believe that probably in the course of the year, by the time we are considering the budget for 2020. This year, later part of this year, we might be saddled with an overrun budget for the ministry.
You mentioned the consolidated fund. That is when you expect that whatever amounts that is going to be spent from there has to be brought to Parliament. Are there other sources of funding that do not require parliamentary approval, for which reason maybe this did not come to Parliament?
The point is, I don't think so. I mean, if you look at it, I don't know where in fact, that would have to be made known for us to make any understanding of the whole situation. Whether they are getting the money from any other source, we need to know. Sometimes I do not want to speculate at this point that monies were probably coming from here or there, until maybe we read black and white clearly on a paper to see that this is the source of That is why I think there's a need for further engagement with the minister. And then I should say that I'm quite happy with my chairman, who has indicated that he had written to him, inviting him to Parliament for us to do further work on this whole thing. So that
can you clarify that for me? The chairman of which committee?
The chairman in the Committee on Youth, Sport and Culture.
Has invited who?
He has written to invite the Minister for Youth and Sports to the committee, so that at least we can take up some of the issues and then interrogate them.
Well, meanwhile, there have been calls for further probe into the figures presented by the Sports Minister. Member of Parliament for the North Tongue in the Volta region, Honorable Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, is leading those calls.
There are a number of financial issues that we must also confront. The last tournament, the 2017 AFCON, this House was presented a budget by the then Sports Minister of $3.37 million. How is it that the Honorable Minister budgeted for about 100% increase of $6.2 million, even though the Minister has told us that $4.56 million was utilized? The question, therefore, is, if in 2017 we spent $3.37 million and we got to the semifinals, $3.37 million. Now we have spent $4.56 million and we only got to the 1/16 stage, not even the quarterfinals. Like many Ghanaians, we need to probe these figures further.